So a little bit earlier, you mentioned the phrase fly-in. Can you talk a little bit more about that phrase and what is this concept of a fly-in? And is this something that other associations do as well?
Thanks, Ellen. Definitely. So a fly-in, what we're referring to is any sort of large meeting, coordinated effort where businesses, constituents can come to Capitol Hill and have a meeting with their representative to describe what's important to them, what they're seeing in their business, really being the canary in the coal mine, if you will, of what's going on in your district and what do members of Congress need to know about. As the chief of staff, it was so important that folks came in and let us know what was important to them because we weren't always sure. And you're going a mile a minute on Capitol Hill. Often staff are very young and they're doing the best they can, but they can't be an expert in everything. So someone might be an expert in tax issues, but they don't know anything about immigration reform or career and technical education. And so it's vital that we have folks come in and say, these are the issues that are important to us. This is the personal story of why they're important and how they affect our business and our our footprint in your district. And oftentimes people say, well, our member of Congress knows our business. They know what's going on. It's good to remind them. It's so good to remind them because everyone's just doing so much. And if you don't take a moment to really sit down and think about it, you might get lost in the shuffle. And so I know even just getting coffee down at the Longworth cafeteria, I would see a bunch of red T-shirts, and I'd say to a friend, "Oh, which fly-in is here today?" And it would get us talking about, "Oh, they're the roofers. Oh, I wonder if they're going to come in and meet with us." Or, "Oh, great, I'm seeing them later. Wow, they have a really big group. They must be really important. They must be really influential." And so each person that comes in, I can't tell you enough how impactful it is. If a piece of legislation is coming up and oftentimes all of my bosses would say, what are you hearing from the district? What do my constituents care about? And if we don't know, we can't answer that question. Or oftentimes we'll say, well, this must not be a top priority for, the roofers because I haven't heard about it. And so it's so vital that folks come in. A lot of associations will do this. I think the National Roofing Contractors Association and all of the partners, all of our affiliates have made one of the largest ones. I think 400 attendees is quite large. Some folks will do mini fly-ins where they might go to a district or they might say, okay, cares about immigrations coming today, but these large fly-ins are just so impactful, hearing from people on the ground.
What I see is that this is one of the ways to really get engaged federally. The state, the affiliate organizations of the NRCA, right? The state and regional and local roofing contractor associations, they do a great job impacting state policy, local, county. But this is really the only opportunity we have to be in an organized fashion impacting federal policy and these real in-person live meetings to share those personal stories. I can only imagine that that's really what helps an issue stick with the staffer is when they can connect it to a personal story. That's really cool.